Hello and good evening, one and all, to round 5 of the oNiD Tourenwagen Championship here at the Hungaroring in Hungary. Just about a 10 or 15 minute drive from the wonderful city of Budapest. We find ourselves here for what will sure to be another non-stop action-packed race for the GT3 drivers here this evening. And again, alongside me, ever so loyal and amazingly brilliant, it is the wonderful Mr. Ben Myatt himself. Ben, good evening.
You're extolling my virtues there, Aidan, and I don't have many, so I appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, it's probably all you're going to get from me, you muppet. So anyway.
Yeah, we've got a load of GT3 cars stretching their legs, starting to stretch their legs around the Hungaroring now. The AM's on track, trying to get their first flying laps in.
Indeed, they are.
Should be seeing some times coming up soon.
Absolutely, as we see Lucas the Good come across the line, sets a fastest time of a 1 minute 45. So, that's the benchmark so far. Got cars crossing the line in the AM class. These guys in the AM class will qualify first for the first quarter of an hour. 10 minutes, should I say. Then in about just under 6 minutes time, the pro class will then take to the track and potentially shatter the lap times of the AMs.
Let's have a quick look and see what the lap record is for a GT3 round here. Quick look through the list. The DTM track record is a 1:36, but that was the old DTM with the which were basically F1 cars in a skirt.
Yes.
GT3 record is a 1:42.8.
Also,
held by Christopher Miles in a Audi R8 LMS GT3, and that was back in 2016.
Speaking of Audis, we do have an Audi tonight. We have multiple Audis. The first Audi out currently on track is Alex Ames in that wonderful Google liveried car there. I do like that. It's very cool.
That is very nice livery, that one.
It is.
Well, and I'm sure Google will appreciate the free advertising.
Free advertising, you know, exactly. Absolutely.
Small company, limited budget, you know. It's,
Absolutely. And as you notice, we do have a wonderful new overlay at the bottom of your screen, but sadly it is just a little bit too far down, and it's something that we can't resolve. But we do have the chat in stream. Daniel Hearn, good evening, sir. Evening, boys. Streg, looking strong. Darren Eaton and Paul O'Grady also saying hello. Hello to you both. It's a pleasure to have you, even though the chat might just look slightly out of whack along the bottom of the stream.
Slightly squished.
Slightly squishy. It's slightly squishy.
Yep, streak has been looking strong for the last few weeks, but the knowing that the Audi has the record round here does put a bit of context, really, doesn't it? So it might be that he's got the right car for this track.
Might just be indeed. Let's.
It is a very twisty track, and the Audi is a very nimble car.
Yeah, it's definitely the track. Sadly, I can't try to move it up. It doesn't help. It's a very nimble car indeed, and we'll definitely something to keep an eye on. Now we're talking about liveries. We see some wonderful liveries here. That's H Hammer livery for Chris Wacker, the Hammer. I like that.
Yeah.
Wacker Hammer. But
oh dear.
I must admit, as we see him spin, I jump to him, I commentator's curse him. That livery is Mr. Johnny Ashley himself.
Johnny Ashley crashing into a wall, much like Cyberpunk occasionally crashes on a console.
Hey.
Hey.
Dave Wood, though, setting a purple sector at the minute, currently the fastest man on track if he keeps his lap up.
It is very good looking Nyan Cat car there for Chicken Fish Racing.
That's memes on wheels. As he comes up through into the last corner. Long right-hander, trail braking. Trying not to go too wide, but that's cost him. No, he's gone too wide. It's not going to be the fastest lap.
It's hard to get right, that last hairpin.
Oh, look at the gap, though.
That is so close.
Absolutely insane. If you've got that last corner right, he would be right there.
Yeah, Ames is in front of him is the P1 leader in the GTM class. Dave Wood is 30 points behind him going into this race in third place. So he's got space to make up here. But obviously the closer he can get, the more he's going to take out of that lead.
No, absolutely. So, yeah, definitely keep an eye on that battle, as Ames is currently leading the way. But hold on a minute. Back further down the order, Ben Holmes, setting a very respectable sector, is showing as a purple lap at the minute.
Ooh, Ben Holmes P2 in the AMS class. That's just 4 points behind Alex Ames.
Multiple cars on laps. They're actually trading purple sectors. Alex Ames going purple, Dave Wood going purple, and Ben Holmes going purple. They're all trying to share the fastest lap at the minute.
So top three in the AMS are all going purple, fighting for class pole.
Pretty much, absolutely.
It's getting tasty. They're setting times there that could mix them in with a lot of the pro class as well.
Look at that gap! Oh my god. Ben Holmes
Top
P3.
Three covered by 300ths of a second. Good grief.
Stephen Bain, adjust the height of the chat to be 1000 rather than 1080. And oh, hello. That's I think we just had a live update from Mr. Ben22 Racing. So that chat now looks to be okay? Question mark.
Let's have a look.
Yes. A little bit small, but I think that's actually really nice. All along the bottom.
Sound.
We're being Ben's test guinea pig tonight for this, guys. So it's all gone again. It's gone. I didn't touch anything, honest. Dave Woods. Sorry, amongst all of that, has gone quicker. So it's Buesk in P2.
Yeah, he's pulled half a tenth on the guys behind there to go a bit clear. Busek getting in there to upset the top order there.
Indeed it is, and as we see, as we see Dave Wood on lap, he has actually invalidated it, sadly. I think we did just spot him cut the first corner into the chicane, sadly.
Fantastic.
Indeed. And Ben22 Racing, indeed, it is now working as expected. Yes. And the cat livery, I just don't know what to make of it. Right,
Yeah.
these guys are finishing off their
Nyan Cat
laps.
livery is just amazing.
Yeah, insane. But these AM drivers are going to finish off their laps. Nothing. Oh, hello. Ames crossing the line.
That's very quick lap in there.
That is he'll return to pits, and that, I think, is pole for Ames for the AMs.
Yeah, with the last gasp of the AM qualifying there.
Yeah, absolutely. Car number 3, though, is just coming across the line to finish. Doesn't improve. 66 is potentially on a lap, which is
so that's Vischer down at the tail end of the field was there just finishing.
That's fine. Well, Darren Eaton then will be the first driver of the pros to start his laps. They are just coming through the final sector.
Just get themselves out on track. They'll be hurrying through their outlap, I think, to try and get themselves as much time on track to improve.
Yes, indeed. Right, so these are the really fast boys now, apparently. We say that. It is just down based on rating on S.GP, so could have some very fast boys and AMs, to be fair, and these guys might not be able to set the times the same as Ames, but
given how often I tank my racing, it's not difficult to lose it.
No, exactly. We'll see what Darren can do as he goes through turn 3. Up the hill, the elevation here is absolutely insane. Up to turn 4 is almost feels like the height of a house, basically.
Porsche looks slightly tail happy going through the left-hander there.
Yeah, I'm watching that tail. The tail looks to be a bit bouncy on Darren Eaton's car. I'm not sure if that's a purposeful setup change or if that's just the Porsche doing Porsche things.
Yeah, I mean, it's renowned for being a twitchy car. But this newer one has had some good showings in the last couple of weeks.
It has indeed. A lot of drivers liking the Porsche, and even though it can still be tail happy, it's not going to try and murder you at an instant.
And you know who'll be hoping, or I'm sure will be hoping for a good result this week after having some issues in the last 2 weeks. I think Hearn will be wanting to get a very good result in.
I think he will be as well. Where is Hearn? He is down on his lap at the minute.
That black and gold Porsche.
Yes, we'll stick with Darren Eaton as he sort of come across the final 10. Lots of curb on the inside.
Very tight line through the last corner there.
That was
if it works for him.
Borderline scraping the wall. It's still only 14th though. It's not
I wouldn't say it's worked for him, that line.
Nick Brunix, so P7, Carter 8th. As they come across the line for Go for the Gap Racing. Kingston, new fastest lap, followed by Timotet.
Timesh from Pulse, getting in there straight away.
Absolutely. Rooney in 3rd for oNiD Racing, Go for the Gap. And that Porsche will no doubt see other drivers up there in due course. Still on laps are people. Yellow flag for Angel. Just stopped on the track there, maybe waiting for a
just at the pit entrance there.
Ooh, that's a bit of a
not a good place to stop there.
Sadly, isn't it? It gets very tail happy. That's the start of his
I think his tyres have cooled right down while he was sitting there for whatever reason.
I've just seen that name in chat and my mind has just had a panic attack. Sergeant Glibernot.
Glibicons, I think it is.
Yeah, what you said.
But we'll go with that and hope for the best.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's have a look. Oh, Miles Dixon.
Dixon to the top of the
in that pole
top of the time
yeah.
she's there.
Absolutely.
By some margin too. That's what nearly half a second clear of Kingston second.
It is indeed, and Van Oom also up in P4, making the Dutch endurance team feeling present there in the top 4.
Surprise, surprise! The Dutch endurance team mixing it with the Pulse lads again.
Who knew?
Who would expect such a thing?
Oh, it's Joran Omlo there, the Glibber. Yeah, him. As I said, my mind just had a panic attack.
Yeah. Let's just call him Joran. We know him as that.
Yeah, we just know him
it's safer than trying to the messing up the pronunciation of his handle.
Yeah, exactly. And a nice simple name to now upstate, Matthew Holman. There we go. Thank you, good sir. Lovely to have you drop by. Good luck to all the drivers. Absolutely indeed. Daniel Hearn, though. What are we saying about Daniel? P4 for Daniel.
That's a decent position. 2 Porsches on the second row there.
It is, but this Ferrari's about to improve. 143.4.
Dixon is flying out there.
Well, technically not, but proverbially yes.
Yeah.
we
Metaphorically flying.
Metaphorically, yes.
Very well. Yeah, I think you knew he'd been that lap there.
Yeah, that's his lap all binned. His
Half-
teammate, though.
Half a second clear, he can afford to sit in the pits for a bit.
Okay, his teammate, though, down P9. This isn't a good showing for Leighton Austin. We'll keep an eye on him. No one else setting purple sectors as of yet. We do have improvements, including Danny Van Oom, currently on a lap, set to improve by a 0.5 of a second if he can keep it pointing in the right direction.
Tell you what, Dixon aside, the Ferraris aren't really getting up at the sharp end of the field in either class.
Surprising to see.
Might be a track that doesn't suit them.
No, we've seen Audi, Porsche and Lambo for the AMs. It's now Ferrari, Lambo, Porsche.
Timash is dropping down the timesheet there.
He is, absolutely. Rooney getting into P3. The car stops on track. That's Streg.
Yeah, it's well off the racing line there.
Yeah, absolutely. When Van Oom gets pole, we will hear the Dutch anthem. It is what Badim Habibovic says. I think I said that completely wrong as well.
I think most motorsport fans are thoroughly sick of hearing the Dutch anthem at this point, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. Well, Van Oom can't get first, can't get second, but third will do him for now.
I haven't even watched a Grand Prix since Britain, so I can't really complain too much.
No, neither have I, to be fair. Well, no, I have. Maybe, when I can. I'm not watching it this weekend because I'm in the field, but...
Yeah. Well, honestly, there's such a glut of free motorsport out, it's like, why would I pay to watch F1?
You see, the secret is I just hijack mum and dad's Sky Sports. It's all good. I don't technically pay for it. It's fine. Anyway. As a Belgian, I veto that, said Alex Ames. Well, I'm sorry, I don't think you have much choice.
Yeah, and Alex Ames must be comfortable sitting in chat there at the top of the AM standings there.
I was about to say, absolutely. In fact, he's chuffed with that result.
So Rooney and Van Oom closing down Dixon a bit at the top of the timing sheets.
Yeah, indeed. Dixon's on the come.
Enough that Miles has felt he needs to go out again. Exactly. He's starting a flyer.
He is indeed. He's feeling threatened, so he decides to go for another lap.
I think he must have felt comfy enough. Yeah, I can go in the pits, but getting a bit close now. I think I'll go back out again.
Aiden Carter does improve a little bit there, up to 6th place. It's worth
and he's settled for that.
Right, who is on a lap? We only got about 30 seconds left in the qualifying session, so we're going to keep an eye on who's improving. Nick Brunix is not going to improve. There was a yellow flag for him. He stays 13th. The only real person improving is Streg. And where is Streg? Did he just improve somewhere?
He's in P6 at the moment.
He's P6. He did just improve, actually, so he did just finish and improve a time there to 1:43.8. Aiden Carter is in the pits. He's not going to take any further part of this qualifying session. Who has... Ooh, Younger getting very slidey there. But again, just not improving, sadly. Leighton Austin set to improve, but he's quite far down on his lap. Where is... let's check in with Dixon. He's going to go through the penultimate turn and up into the final corner. Checkered flag is now waving.
That looks like that will be Dixon on pole there.
It will be.
Unless someone can put in a spectacular last sector.
Yeah, and wasn't an improvement for Dixon. No one is really lighting up the timing screens as it stands. Alex Kingston will be the next person to come across the line. Will be a slight improvement. Maybe enough for P3. And it's enough for P2.
P2, very good improvement.
Very
and
good.
only just over a tenth off Dixon's time there.
Yeah, Rooney secures P3. Next card across the line will be Leighton Austin, but he's down on his previous best.
No need for the other Pulse boys to get out of Miles's way this week.
No, exactly. now, as Daniel comes across the line, can't improve. Streg will possibly improve, maybe enough for fourth. Yeah, fourth place for him. The only other driver on a lap is Timotech.
So it comes
through,
puts up. I will say he's just ahead of Hearn, who is Dixon's immediate competitor in the championship.
Indeed. So your qualifying is over. That is now grid formation. We just await the cars to go to grid. Just as a quick moment of brief pause, just to take note of the wonderful logo on the top right of your screens. Live on Saturday is the 6 Hours of Valencia. So we've got about, how many teams do we have for that now, Ben? That's about 30 odd teams signed up.
Something like that. It's very close to being full, I believe. Let's have a quick shifting on one of my many tabs with us.
But yes, live streamed here at oNiD Racing on YouTube. It will be I believe about a 1:30 start to the stream, and our wonderful stream team will be taking you through the full 6 hour race and a bit of lead up to it as well.
Yeah, we've got 44 teams in on the 6 hour. 29 GT3 teams, 15 GT4 teams. I wouldn't be surprised if it is there's only 6 slots left. I would not be surprised if those slots are gone by Saturday.
Oof. Dear God. Right, shall we do a quick grid run through then?
Let's.
Right, on pole position for the overall pole is Dixon. Kingston is in second, followed by Rooney. And Streg in fourth, Van Newman fifth. The second of Pulse cars is Timotech in sixth, followed by that golden Porsche of Daniel Hearn in seventh. Leighton Austin bringing up the rear with another Pulse Sim Sport car in eighth. Aidan Carter ninth. Jungen in 10th. Richard Jenick 11th. Amez 12th. Brunix 13th. Dave Wood 14th, Busek 15th, Jan Wacker 16th, Son Angel 17th, Ben Holmes in 18th, and Anthony Richards in 19th. Excuse me. De Good in 20th, and P21 is Trinket de Tass. Otso Harkonnen 22nd, followed by Bain in 23rd. Ferris 24th, Dan Stevens 25th, Simon Harris 26th, Wacker 27th, Matty Sack 28th, Johnny Ashley 29th, Sven Fisher 30th, and bringing up the rear in that final Porsche is Mr. Darren Eaton in 31st.
Yeah, they've got an hour of racing to go in midday conditions. Optimum track grip. It's going to be a very good run down into turn one, I suspect.
Yeah, absolutely. It will be.
Miles Dixon's going to be looking over his shoulder at some very unfriendly traffic behind him as well.
I dare think so as well. We will wait to see if anyone can get the jump on him, but he's been incredibly dominant. As much as the as many of the Pulse drivers have been. They haven't been a very dominant team throughout the series, but the Ferraris look to be the unfavourable car compared to the Lambos and the Porsches and the Audis around this track. So we'll see if that can be of use to anyone else around him. So we've already got some penalties. Car number 5, Daniel Hearn. Causing a collision.
Now, when did that come about? I can only assume that was in qualifying.
I can only assume that is the case, and the stewards would have picked that up and seen that. There is a live stewarding tonight, as we've just seen the penalties being applied. So we'll definitely be keeping an eye out for the next 60 minutes if everyone does
That's
do anything naughty.
That has definitely put it at advantage Dixon for the start of the race, though.
Yeah.
Daniel Hearn's going to have an extra 5 seconds on that added onto his pit stop.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of crowding going on behind that neon Ferrari there. They are all looking to get in a good position when the race finally starts, so that they can harass Dixon down into turn 1.
Absolutely. Badim Habibovic, I have a bad feeling that is going to be chaos in turn 1.
Yeah, I'm just thinking that myself. I'm happy. I will be happy if I'm proven wrong, but these guys are looking fighty.
Sadly, well, not sadly so.
He's definitely making Dixon aware of his presence already.
Well, Dixon will have the inside line for turn 1, thankfully.
Yeah.
But we'll see if that will help him. With cars trying to charge around the outside of him.
He's going to have a queue of about 14 GT3 cars behind him as well.
I want it! I want it! I want it! I want it!
Yep.
Right,
yeah, this could either go exceptionally well or very badly, and Kingston is definitely trying to intimidate Dixon off the line there. But I don't think Dixon's the kind of guy to get very intimidated.
No, I don't think so either. Right, let's see who can do what as we're going to go to the start finish line. And that's lights out.
And they go green.
847, drive through. Richards out of position at this race start. And meanwhile, Miles Dixon gets a very good start. It's going to get hounded from behind, actually, because...
that's big swing across the road from Hearn in the background there.
It was. I think he managed to save it and keep it pointed in the right direction. And so far, no real instances to note of. I think everyone made it through turn 1 okay, but Dixon's immediately going defensive.
Chopping the nose off that Audi.
It is, and really sort of trying to make it around the outside. Not going to work, but then it's got to defend from Streg in P3.
And now, there's no real place to put a pass on.
Streg up the inside!
Just as I say that, of course. Well, no, as you see, because the Porsche had to run wide on the exit for it. But
yeah, Porsche avoided a collision there, and I think that was more an avoidance of I don't want to hit you with 59 minutes to go.
Yes, Streg already into P2 and looking to hunt that Ferrari down.
Absolutely. Oh, trinket to task, yellow flag. Where is he? Hold still. God damn it, there he is.
Oof, that's a long way off the track there.
That is indeed. So we see if we can get a replay of that. I fancy a cheeky replay. It is at the chicane.
I wonder if he's had a tap at the rear.
One would imagine so.
Got Ferrari and the Porsche right behind him.
Indeed, on the brakes, and that is a tap.
Yeah, that's a thump.
That is a good old thump, that is, when he does. It does rejoin, albeit in last place.
I think he just about kept it out the wall there. I think he might have grazed it.
I think he's all right. I think he might have just about got away with that. But nonetheless, he'll be very disappointed that that's happened to him. Let's check in the leaders, shall we? Dixon still leading it, Streg in second now from a...
close behind him as well. He's not letting Dixon get away.
Yeah, absolutely. This is going to be a very interesting battle if Streg can hold on to him. As I said, the Ferrari doesn't seem to be as OP'd around here compared to everywhere else we've been.
And we know the Audi is the record holder on this track.
Yeah. So
it could be that we're in for a good battle there. Dixon is a very, very good defensive driver. He knows exactly where to place that car to prevent a move happening.
Yeah.
But if someone gets a bit brusque with him, as we say, might be less likely to soak up that pressure.
Oh, we will find out in due course, as indeed he does continue to lead the way.
I mean, I know I'm alone in the opinion that a dive bomb is only a bad move if it doesn't work, but
he is in dive bomb.
You've got to be considering it, perhaps.
Oh, I fully would. Absolutely. I wouldn't blame second place if he wanted to be perfectly honest. But yeah, you just got to be careful with that, and hope it doesn't bite you in the ass, basically. But so far, a reasonably calm for first couple of laps.
Dixon pulling a few tenths there through the twisty stuff.
Let's see what's happening a bit further down the field, as these guys are pretty much line of stein. Aidan Carter on the tail of the other Pulse Sim Sport driver, who's not been able to make positions. P8 for Timotech at the minute. And
Austin only a couple of places behind. The other two Pulse guys are not looking particularly happy around this Hungaroring track.
No, not at all. Yeah, only one car hit in the first lap. Wasn't expecting that, said Badim. If you can dive bomb and still leave room, says Tim Bob, it's all good.
Yep, 100%.
Do a Danny Rick, basically.
I mean, if they have to move to leave you room, it's their choice.
It's their choice, indeed.
They decide they don't want to clatter into you as you come through. It's their problem.
Exactly, absolutely.
It's probably the wrong attitude to have, but
just a little bit.
This is entirely a spectator attitude, not a stewarding attitude.
I'm quite glad you clarified that, Ben. So, let's not be encouraging dive bombs for a stewarding standard, because you will get penalised. But from a spectating point of view, as a audience member,
you'll be penalised if you take someone out. If you dive bomb someone and you make it move, then and they don't like it. That's their problem.
Oh, I say about dive bombs, Harkonnen looking very racy, trying to get past that BMW in the background. Just saw a glimpse of him momentarily there, putting his nose up the inside.
Yep, another black and gold Porsche there, and he's right under the BMW's rear wing.
He is indeed. Jan Wacker will have to...
Definitely going to have the draft down into turn one there, but goes to the outside.
Interesting. Cut back?
Could be. No. It's a tricky corner to actually make a pass at. It looks like it should be an easy overtaking spot, but the way it profiles into turn two means it's not as easy to make a pass there as you think.
Oh, exactly. Jan Wacker is... Oh, that's a car off. That's Aidan Carter. What's happened to Aidan?
Way off as well. I'm sure we'll find out. That was a tense rejoin there as well amidst traffic.
Racing with a Pulse Sim Sport car.
Yeah.
Under attack from them.
Bit of door banging. Takes a little tap.
Oh, that's contact.
Oh, that's a bit more than a tap.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Yeah, that's not going to make the pole. Was that Timesh or was that Austin? I think that might have been Timesh there.
Timesh, it might. No, it was Austin.
Oh, that's yeah. He's definitely not going to be a popular boy there.
No, well, Aidan does rejoin though and keeps on racing down in 26th, bless him.
Yeah.
So that's not going to be a very happy Aidan, and it feels weird saying that's on my name in third person. He's on the brakes, makes the tap of the BMW in front.
So close, it's almost a touring car race.
Wow.
Sure. Mind you, the Pima does look like an oversized touring car in the first place, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. That's well, Sven Fischer, what am I saying? Sven Fischer, it looks like to have given him the place, and Aidan does drive on forward. Change position in the midfield. Peter Janik-Busek training position.
Fisher with Johnny actually making the move on him.
Yeah. Oh, Aidan up the inside to turn one.
Inside, Johnny looking at the inside, backs out of it. Aidan on the inside now for turn two.
Alongside Darren Eaton in the other Porsche. And they're both on the brakes.
Gets on the brakes, Eaton hangs it round the outside, makes sure there's space, and Aidan's moved on.
Ooh, massive moment in the background.
Yeah, big slide from Vischer there in the zebra striped BMW.
And Johnny's now right on his tail. Vischer goes wide.
Very wide, carrying speed there, which will probably be eating up some of his off-track limits warnings there.
Well, Johnny gets the position because of it, and Sven, I think, is struggling.
Yep, it's not looking a happy beamer, that.
Yeah, absolutely. Helco van der Veen, someone got pulsed. Oh dear. Oh, Dave Wood, yellow flag.
Oh dear. Yep, off in the grass at the side there.
Absolutely. Let's have a cheeky replay. Let's see what happened to him.
He gets on the curbs.
Potentially, was it all done by himself?
I think
On
it
the
might be,
power.
you know.
Still going. Yeah, just himself, yeah, on the
Yeah,
power.
just lit the power a bit. So traction control settings just a bit too low, perhaps.
Potentially. Keeps it out of the barrier though, most notably, so avoids any damage.
Now he starts fighting with Johnny Ashley.
He's got away with it. Oh, hello. Sven in the background having to defend from Trinket to Tass and Chris Ferris? Yeah. Well, Chris is up the inside and the Tass is going to go, yep, I'll have a bit of that as well.
Yep, straight through Sven. I think Sven's confidence has taken a little bit of a knock. It can happen sometimes. You get overtaken.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm very familiar with getting overtaken on racetracks, and once you lose one, sometimes your mental flow just goes, and you just start right.
Yeah,
And then the next person's past you, and then the next person's past you.
Yeah.
Until you can find your rhythm back, you're going to be stuck off in the weeds a bit.
Absolutely. Aidan Carter right on the tail, recovering Aidan Carter of Matty Sack.
Yep, looking to close down another Mercedes in front there.
Yeah, we shall wait and see if he can do anything about it.
Ooh, got a little bit squirrely over the curbs there. These GT3 cars do run quite low to the ground. So a raised curb can upset them slightly.
Yeah, absolutely. And looks like we can have the outside line into the final turn.
Hangs it around there.
Make it work.
Yeah, I think he might be.
And Mercedes, though,
just keeping it within track limits.
Mercedes.
Aidan pulling ahead slightly. Merc coming back.
And
it's going to come down to the brakes. Yeah, the outside line's the ideal into that first turn.
Yeah. I think.
The problem is the inside line. You have to scrub off so much speed to make the corner.
Yeah.
That it just ruins it as an overtaking opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so that was moved on for him. It is a lovely four-way battle though for 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th. Car 18, 10-second penalty causing a collision. That's Stevie Bain.
Now I wonder when that happened. Could that have been Trinket?
Potentially.
It was a Ferrari that thumped the back of Trinket, wasn't it?
It was indeed. I have a feeling it was an oNiD branded Ferrari as well.
Is this more admin on admin abuse here?
Yeah, pretty much. That's fine. They'll sort it out in admin chat. It's fine. They're probably in a voice chat in the admin Discord going, "Oi, you hit me."
I'm sure that'll be a friendly discourse.
Oh yeah, for sure. Maybe, potentially. But that's a lovely kind of freeway though.
It's turning into a five-way here. That was a very big swing out by Chris Ferris there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wonder if that was a bit of a warning to Trinket behind it says, don't try it.
Just don't try it, stay put. oNiD versus Racing Stronger. Well, it's FSR powered by oNiD versus Racing Stronger powered by oNiD. So, ooh, massive moment for both cars.
Yeah, both of them running a bit wide, losing traction on the AstroTurf at the edge.
Is the Porsche going to have the Ferrari?
Yeah, he's going to go to the outside for turn one if he can brake later and hang it round. Not this time, but he might. Can't get the better drive off the turn either, so now he's going to be on the outside for turn two.
I think the Ferrari unnecessarily defending there. Oh, that Ferrari's wiggling now.
Yeah.
Oh, and now Trinket's under threat. There's a charging
not-
zebra BMW behind.
Yeah. Ferris isn't wiggling under power there. It's not.
Oh, massive incident!
Oh,
That was all. Was that all by himself? I didn't quite catch
was
that.
that contact?
I looked
was that
away
contact
for a
on netcode?
I looked away for a very brief second. Let's.
They were very close together.
They were. Watch car 3. Let's go to bonnet cam. No, it was all Trinket.
No, Trinket just snapped on him.
It did. It was all
I
Trinket.
think too late on the brakes and trying to get it closed, and the rear end just snapped on him.
Yeah. I said I looked away for a brief moment, and suddenly he was round. I was looking at the timing screen, thinking where the next battle was. But yeah, we didn't need another battle because Trinket spun.
Very odd one there.
Yeah, very much so.
I can assume that on that uphill section, as it turned, one of the wheels just broke traction on him, and the other one carried him round.
Yeah, that was it. Absolutely. Right, we'll go back up to near the top at the standings. P5 and 4, Kingston and Hearn respectively, getting rather close. And bearing in mind, Hearn's got that 5-second penalty as well. So
yeah. So how hard is he going to fight if Kingston puts a move on?
So
because it's not going to benefit him either way.
No, on the track he is about 7th or 8th place. Yeah, as Yikers said, Vanderveen, I'm presuming that was to Trinket's momentary off. So, 665. Drive through for track limits.
Who's the 665?
It is Darren Eaton.
That's very early to get a track limits drive through. But there are some liberties being taken with the edges of the tracks so far.
Quite probably, yeah. So he'll be wanting to get that cleared pretty much as soon as he can. The gap's open, sadly, so this is no longer much of a battle. Leighton Austin, though, recovering. Pulse, SimSport and Dutch Endurance Team, we only need go for the gap to make it a very fun three-way. But this is all going to get for now.
Yeah. Now, Mars last week didn't take tyres in the pit stop. Took fuel only, so they've got less than 10 minutes to their pit stop strategy. So whatever they're doing strategy-wise, they've got to start thinking about how to make it work now.
Speaking of Ferraris and Pulse, Timitech, 10-second penalty causing a collision.
Oof. So maybe that was Timitech on the car earlier.
Potentially.
Who was it they hit? I'm trying to remember who it was they hit.
It was Trinket, wasn't it? Oh, that's a big leg spike.
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
I thought that was a massive contact. I thought he just completely missed his braking point. Dear God. You still with me, Ben?
I'm still with you, yep.
That's fine. That was the game, not me. That's fine. Whew. Thank God.
Was it? I can't remember who it was. They tagged earlier. I'm sure we'll find out at some point.
In due course, yes. So we'll probably go back and think, oh yeah, it was meanwhile, you know I said about Kingston, Hearn and Rooney. Oh, move up the inside. There's contact.
Yeah,
Leighton's round.
That's big hit. Leighton's come off worse there.
Oh, makes contact with Timitech.
Oh, he hits. Oh dear.
Timitech's teammate made contact.
Yeah. That's a very difficult place to be caught as well.
And this calls for a cheeky replay. Let's go to the bonnet cam of Timitech.
Yeah, I think you're right, Hilker. I think it was to go for the gap beamer, so that would have been Aidan Carter, wouldn't it?
Of course, yes. I do recall. So let's go on board with Timitech. Sees the car, thinks I'll go to the inside. Oh, he's going to accelerate.
Yep, that's...
makes contact with Brunix as well.
One thing we say, and we maintain as something that should be done, is when you are spun round on the track, you hold your brakes.
Yes.
He might have thought he had enough of a gap, but I suspect it's unlikely that Timesh is going to actually report him. But if Brunic puts in a report, they're not going to be popular boys, the Pulse boys, I suspect.
No. Well, that's going to go down splendidly between everyone.
Hmm.
And I'm quite glad I'm not sat in team chat right now.
Yeah. I think that's going to be very frosty in that team chat all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Dixon going to be wondering, what's going on?
I think
What's wrong?
I think hell might have frozen over. Just taking a bit of a stab in the dark. Right. Jenlik though, trying to catch for drive-through for car number 2.
Car number 2 is Harkonnen. Is that track limits, I can only assume?
Potentially, but we've got a 5-second penalty for car 43, Aidan Carter, for causing a collision. What has Aidan done?
Where was that?
Interesting. We might have missed that. We're going to
go... Austin's now very far down the field, back in 21st place there.
He is, as we go back further down. Even more than that, we're checking with Johnny Ashley's catching. Who's that? Wacker.
Closing down Wacker, yeah.
Harkonnen in the pits.
Drive-through.
Harkonnen taking a drive-through.
Yeah, but he was the one who just got that one. He's just getting that straight out of the way, isn't it?
There's no point in messing
Johnny
around.
going round the outside there. Got the overrun. If he can hang it round, he's going to have the inside.
It's gonna work.
He's gonna have the inside in that turn.
Beautiful move.
Yep. Wacker very sensibly backing out of it there to make sure that doesn't come a cropper.
Yeah. Well done, Johnny. Very nice.
The Cyberpunk Merc running more smoothly than Cyberpunk does on an older graphics card.
Now. White flag for Chris Ferris. He's a couple of cars behind this battle, and I think he might have just made a mistake. We'll keep an eye on that. He's got going again, so that's fine. But he just had a brief spin. Let's see what's happening up top, because it's now a 3-way battle for the podium position.
That's Rooney. Well,
Rooney,
say a
Hearn,
3-way battle.
Kingston.
Realistically, it's a 2-way battle.
Well, yeah.
Because Hearn has a 5-second penalty to serve at his pit stop.
That is also true. Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Really, it's Kingston and Rooney battling for this P3 place.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll. I know Dan's still there, and he's every right to be able to keep his car running on track. But in terms of actual on-track positions, this is null and void for Daniel, really.
Yeah, he needs to fight to try and keep himself ahead and try and keep ahead of the cars behind.
Yeah, absolutely.
So right now, this will drop him just behind Jongen in P6.
Yeah.
By my maths, which is a bit tenuous, I will admit.
Yeah.
So he needs to try and keep the pace up. So the more gap he has, the less he's going to lose.
Absolutely. So we'll keep an eye on that battle. So I think it's just calmed down a little bit now. They were pretty much nose to tail going into turn 1, but for now that's calmed down. There's a lead. The leader's about 2.5 seconds ahead of second place, and about a further 5.5 seconds ahead of this.
He's not walking away with it, but he is finding time to make the gaps.
Battle Peter Jenlik and Timitech. Timitech, I think, conceding to Jenlik there.
I think he's let him through. I think he's decided that with a 10-second penalty hanging over him, there's no point fighting too hard with the Racing Stronger Merc there.
No, exactly, you're right. Do we have a pit window for this race?
Yep, it will be opening in 2 minutes' time.
That's 2 minutes before pit window opens. We're going to keep an eye on where people are on track.
So 2 more laps, really, for the...
Miles Dixon. A bit out of sync with the pit window, really, and to pit straight away. So he's going to have to do He's got to do this lap and then another lap before
Yeah.
potentially he can pit. But we're looking for the people that are crossing the line as of right now, really, which is around 20th place. They'll be able to pit as soon as the pit window opens. So we might
Yeah.
see some cheeky gains from those guys down there if they're smart about it.
Get their stop done and get out again. It's dependent on whether or not they're going to gamble on taking tyres, really. I mean, I don't know how hard this Hungarian circuit is being on there.
Oh, sorry to
tyres.
Ben, sorry to interrupt you. Danny Van Oon, Dutch Endurance, yellow flag.
Oh, dearie me, that's a difficult place as well. And with his teammate coming up on him as well.
Yes, we're going to see the teammate gets past
don't be silly,
him.
boys.
Right.
I think he let Jerome go there.
We're going to see if we can get a quick replay and see what happened. Into the chicane. There's too wide.
Yeah, he's got himself wide and got a half. Oh no, it's full spin now.
Full spin, rejoins. Had enough of a gap to do a quick spinneroo.
Yeah.
And we can see, as we've already just spectated, lets his teammate through in the Ferrari.
Yeah, thought about fighting him there, didn't he?
There was definitely a thought, wasn't there?
Little bit of, no, you're my teammate, but...
I think it was, it's a car, wait, it's my teammate, I'll let him through.
Yeah.
So only one position loss for Danny Van Oon, but he's going to get himself caught up into this battle as we see Timotech in the background trying to go around the outside of Peter Jedlik. Pit window's now open. Is there anyone cheekily going to dive into the pit lane? 21st is starting our lap. It'll be 25th around there. You see who pits. I think Johnny Ashley is taking that and going for it. So's Trinket to pass. Pits immediately, and this might
definitely some communication with between the oNiD admins there.
Yes, exactly. I think this will be potentially a net gain, depending on how long his pit stop is. I think the undercut works better around here than the overcut does.
If he takes tyres, get some fresh rubber underneath him, you'd think he'd have to, going in with 35 minutes to go. You don't want to be losing the pace because you didn't take tyres close to the end.
Exactly. Miles Dixon, though, stays out. So does Streg.
Those two are going to come in nose to tail, I guarantee you.
Yeah, absolutely. They're not going to react to each other. No, not going to play off, kind of dive into the pits and faking it.
Little flash of yellow up on the around the pit window open indicator there.
And I think that was just Johnny Ashley rejoining the track. It just briefly registered as the yellow flag because he was driving slowly.
He's back out down in 28th, and we'll see what the guys in front of him can do now. What position did he come in from? It was 25th, wasn't it?
22nd, actually, I think.
Second.
Around there. And indeed, we do have cars pitting. Busek, Timotech, Van Oom, Jongen. None of the top 10 pitting as of yet.
Say that, Van Oom, P10.
Yeah, sorry, I do apologise. A couple of cars pitting from the P10,
so
top 10, should I say.
He's clearly hoping for an undercut, so he would have been past the pit lane. So this is going to be his first opportunity to try an undercut on it.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of cars up ahead of him that are still yet to pit, so he'll take the advantage of fresher tyres and see if he can get that truck position like good old Johnny's trying to do so here with the field in front of him. And the next car, 27th, is in the pit.
He's got a nice bit of clear track ahead of him to really push and get that lap time in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get those tyres up to pressure, get them up to temperature, and absolutely hammer it.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see what you can do. His other cars are still in the pit lane. And he may be able to make a couple of positions up here if he's quick about it. A couple of cars are leaving the pits as well.
Nicely around the last turn.
Gets his foot down, he might be able to make a couple of positions.
A lot of the guys who were pitting before, that we noted before, were much further up than Johnny, so they probably won't be as big factories. He's gone past a few there, though. He's let one of the Pulse boys.
It's Timotech losing out.
Yeah. I'm sure it's that Austin.
No, it's
Austin's still in 13th. Yeah.
It's Timotech.
Timothy's getting absolutely swamped.
To be fair, he did have a penalty.
Yes, true.
But nonetheless, you can't take that out for Johnny. He's gained a few positions
No,
there.
absolutely.
And he might be able to make a couple more come people ahead of him pitting. Leaders haven't pitted yet.
24th at the moment. Everyone around him has pitted.
Yeah.
So there's still a few guys ahead who've got to pit. They're coming in now. Austin, Bain, Harris and Sack all into the pits.
Yes, indeed. So, Austin in. Oh, come here. Stop chopping and changing timesheet, please. I know you're overtaking people, but I want to click on cards. Thank you. God damn it.
Austin, the first of the Pulse boys without penalties hanging over him coming in there. You'd think that Dixon's going to be looking at him going, what? Going to be getting some guidance from him on how many positions he's losing or gaining through there.
Yeah, I will see how that goes. Oh, Miles Dixon's in. Leader is in. So second place.
Shirley Street. Yeah, I was going to say Shirley Street's going to follow him in.
Right, what's Hearn doing? Hearn's staying out. P3's in. Rooney. Alex Kingston, P5 is in.
Hearn's got 5 minutes to push it. Surely he's not going to be able to make up 5 seconds worth of clear air in that time. It'll be a hell of a run if he does, frankly.
He hasn't got much clear air ahead of him. There is traffic now ahead of him. That is the white Porsche of 237. Is that 777? Simon Harris. I think it's 777.
Yeah, I think it's Harris there.
Yeah, so that's 21st in front of him. So we're given the flash lights in a moment.
I'll confirm that when it comes up on my repeater. Bear with me.
Yeah, 777.
Yeah, 777 there. Gets out of the way there.
Okay.
Very amenable that from Harris.
Yeah, I think he was going wide anyway.
I don't think he wants to interfere with. Has got Johnny next to him, is not above interfering in a battle.
No, absolutely. Well, he's got Timotech on his tail, and awkward point to give the place.
Yeah, you can't expect cars to leap out your way because you're coming through a lap traffic.
No, absolutely. So, Daniel Hearn.
This is a thing that annoys me. It's this. We make it clear that it's the responsibility of the faster cars to pass safely. You try and facilitate that.
Yep.
As a slower car.
Oh, yellow flag. Nick Brunick's Peter Janlik. Oh no, it's to the pits. Don't worry, ignore me.
You can't expect lap traffic to just leap out your way. They're in their own race.
Daniel Hearn in the pits.
Yep, he's definitely not made up 5 seconds worth of time there, but
no, he hasn't. Sadly.
I think he'll have managed to consolidate some of his places there.
Oh, Miles Dixon, I think, even though it's about halfway back, he's going to have plenty of time to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get past him.
I don't think it was ever on that he was going to stay ahead of Dixon there.
No, there's no chance. He's in the pit box now. So,
Amma's in behind him.
Yeah, Amma's also pitting, and he's definitely going to lose seconds.
I mean, Amma's isn't really in that fight. He's leading the AM class.
Yeah, Amma's leading the AMs. So
by quite some distance. He's got and the next guy from the AMs back from him still has to pit as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Daniel Hearn's still staying put, so that's it.
Yeah, I think Amma's is going to come out a long way ahead of his next competitor in the AM class, though.
Well, Vischer's just pitted as well, so yeah, it's guaranteed race lead for the AMs there for Amma's. So that's pretty much tied up in a knot. Yellow flag though for Chris Ferris.
Oof.
Racing in the wrong direction on turn 2.
The 77 car. That's a very odd place to have a spin there.
Let's see what happened. Into turn 1 he goes, was fighting with Darren Eaton. On his tail, is this just all on his own?
So I think he's unsighted himself on his braking spot and there's
Ooh!
Oh no, Platters Eaton.
Well, Eaton manages to keep it straight, thankfully, but that's going to be A bit of
on the brake.
That's
On the brakes too late. Uses a bit of the Ethan managing to use a bit of that Porsche's natural slidiness to keep himself coming out of the straight line there.
Yeah, absolutely. Sven Fisher leaving the pits now. Down in 25th, waiting for the timing squeeze update. That's a long. What happened to this? That's a long way down. Oh, he had a penalty, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
Yeah, ignore me. That figures. But he's lost big time, so he's all the way down. God.
Tell you what, big
Ninth
mover.
now?
Johnny Ashley up into 18th place there.
Oof, he's doing all right for himself, but he's under threat though from the Pulse Sport driver.
Yes, indeed. He's not going to make life easy for Tim Ash going through there.
No, he's not. Absolutely not. He's going to use that mistake. This is a rolling roadblock.
It's like, you want to come through, you'll have to make it happen.
Yeah, you'll have to do something about it. I'm not going to let you through.
Just as it should be.
Indeed. There's in that cyberpunk liveried car, and Johnny said to me that he had a new livery. I didn't expect it to be like this. That is definitely something.
He's coming on the brakes that bit early, and it's making Timesh check up, which is robbing him of momentum. It's a little bit wily from Johnny there, but got a little twitch on out of the second to last hairpin. Oh, that's yeah.
That's a bit cheeky.
A bit door to door.
Door to door, absolutely.
Not what I would call a lack of racing form there.
Well, pit window is now closed, so that is everyone has pitted and adhered to the pit window. There is a battle up ahead though. We'll just quickly jump to it. Leighton Austin fighting and defending for Carter ahead and Busek behind.
It's absolutely getting swamped is Austin.
Absolutely. There's Johnny Ashley still ahead of Timitech. We'll keep an eye on that and I'll quickly jump to that if a move looks about to happen.
Looking up, despite that penalty, Hearn has only lost one place.
Well, that's not half bad, is it, for Hearn?
Not at all.
There's Lucas.
He's a bit off the back of the fourth place car, but
yeah.
As far as consolidation goes, that's a decent performance.
I would absolutely have to agree with that. That's a very good performance for him. So we'll keep an eye on his progress. Battles up and down the field as it stands. Alex Kingston on the tail of B Rooney, actually. So we'll keep an eye on that battle. Down the back towards 2021st, there has been some contact reported between these two guys on the timing screen. But as they get to the final turn in the complex in the middle sector, they seem to have sorted themselves out.
Yeah, doesn't seem to have stopped them.
No.
I suspect that was a bit of side to side on the go there.
It absolutely is.
This is the kind of track where if you go side to side, it is going to get a bit Days of Thunder.
Yes.
Bit of rubbing is racing.
Yes, absolutely. So Simon getting the move, getting overtaken by Matty Sack, and everything seems to have calmed down there. Kingston, what has happened to Kingston? He was on the tail of Rooney.
We still, yeah, that's. We haven't had a timing update yet.
Oh, there was contact. He was round.
Oh dear.
We just caught the replay in time to see what happened. I think he tapped the rear, but took too much curb on the exit with the fast left-hander. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. And that's going to say he's very twitchy. Look at the car. I wonder if something's gone wrong with his car.
Yeah, that front end's dancing a little bit underneath him, isn't it?
Yeah, sadly so. But let's get it going again, and he's keeping going. I'm going to jump back down to Timitech. He's still not got past Mr. Johnny Ashley, and now I fear there's a bit of a Johnny train forming. Which I'm sure he'll be dead pleased about.
Yes.
Timitech up the inside of Johnny.
Yeah, up the inside into that right-hander. Difficult place to make a move. road drops out from underneath you in that corner.
Johnny has the inside line now. He's now under threat. Is Timotech.
Inside for the hairpin. Johnny covers off the racing line, and Wood is coming up behind the pair of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Johnny, yeah, Timesh is not getting through this Am crowd easily.
Yellow flag, though. Sorry to interrupt. Ben Holmes' yellow flag. We will jump to the nose contact.
Oh, yeah, that's a thump. That was another thump.
Yeah, indeed. We're just going to quickly jump back a second for Ben Holmes. He is showing his yellow flag with a battle up ahead of this one. Gets overtaken. And again, Pulse SimSport making contact with a car.
Yeah. They're a bit of the wars tonight.
Oh, contact.
That's not a good way to get yourself back round there, man.
No, absolutely not. We're just waiting for this replay first. We can jump back to live photos of oNiD. Is this still the replay? And we are now back with... Oh, say we're back with live photos. We're now back with live pictures. As things are forming up behind Johnny.
Yeah.
A 5-second penalty for car 54. That's
Timotech.
That's Timotech. So
that'll only be for that
contact.
Tap into the back of Johnny before.
Yeah, absolutely. Turn 1 contact. And I would think,
or possibly for the tap on Wood behind him.
Yes. Well, there'll possibly be a penalty incoming for the other Pulse SimSport driver for making contact with Ben Holmes. We're going to have to keep an eye out for that. As who was it that made contact with Ben Holmes? It was
that was God.
It was
Austin.
Austin, yeah. It was another SimSport driver, wasn't it? It was a leader trying to lap potentially.
What's it? I thought it was Austin going through position there.
Possibly. We'll double check that. Dave Wood's going slowly. I wonder why is Dave Wood going slow.
Yeah. I'm not sure. He's dropped back several positions there. Johnny's looking confident in this Merc at the moment, isn't he? He's picking his line. He's sticking to it, and Timotech is not finding a way past.
This is the only real battle here, to be perfectly honest. There is a Ben Holmes Young Wacker battle up ahead of this one, but definitely a bit of a train for me now.
Yeah, I mean, well, you can argue that it's a pro car taking on an Am car, but it's all for position.
It is pro Am, no difference here. Positions are positions.
Not going to make it easy for him.
No, absolutely not. Contact a bit further down the field between Richards and Wood at the back of this train.
I wonder what's happened to Wood there, because he's dropped, what, 4 positions there?
I think he just made a mistake. Sadly not close enough or quick enough to view the replay, sadly, but I believe he has made some sort of error but then kept it going. Right, Johnny's going defensive now. He knows he has to try and defend from Timotech here, even though he's got the penalty now.
Yeah, blocking off that move.
Yeah, absolutely, and
he is making sure that Timotech is not having an easy road through.
No, absolutely indeed.
You do see this sometimes when the fast guys get dropped down into the midfield pack. They're a little wary of getting as punchy as some of the other guys are. These guys are used to scrapping. These are street fighters now.
Yeah.
They are used to fighting amongst themselves. So if you're a fast guy who's dropped out of the top order and down into there, it's like walking into an alley and 3 burly blokes look at you and go, "What do you want then?"
Well, Johnny immediately goes defensive because Twitch just have run. Oh, yellow flag. Ben Holmes, Martin Busek.
Oh dear.
That's turn 1. Is that turn 1? No, it's not. It's a follow.
No, that's the right-hander. Yeah.
And here comes Johnny and Timotech. And Johnny gets
from Busek. So it's Timotech.
So it's Timotech. So
Holmes has managed to keep ahead there.
This is all for position as well. So it's now become a Holmes train.
And that Lambo is not looking entirely happy. It has had a few hits recently. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I would have jumped to replay, but then we saw all these cars catch up with these guys.
Yeah, No, let's stick with live on
Yeah,
this one. I think it's going to be
absolutely.
entertaining.
As all these guys are just battling away for the same piece of track, and we're gonna have to.
What, 10 plus cars all in this.
Yeah.
All in this queue.
Yeah, absolutely, pretty much. As
Timesh going through on the inside.
Is it moved done? No, Johnny's still ahead.
Thank you to that really nicely placed barrier, Kunos, for that prevented us from seeing what was going on there.
Yeah, exactly.
Really top-notch scenery placement there.
Next time we go through there, I'll switch to camera 1 and hope it's going to be better. And that's going to be a massive slide on exit there. Timot's right, otherwise it might have had a run on Johnny. And is Timotch going to have a look up the inside? Notice those
Johnny
in the background.
Johnny picking his line. That's Stevie Bain coming through.
It's Stevie Bain. Johnny's going to have to go defensive here. 23 is a 10-second penalty. Leighton Austin. He's in 13th at the minute, a bit further up the field in this battle. It's contact in the background. That's Bain round.
Oh no, Stevie.
I am going to get a replay of that because that's quite significant in this battle as it stands. Apologies if Johnny does get overtaken, but we want to see what's happened here.
Trying his luck on a double overtake there. Loses the traction on the corner when it drops away from you.
And on the brakes, and then
sticks to the outside.
That's contact.
Yeah, taps the front of the Mercedes there.
Absolutely.
Stevie's team, they might be pushing the limits. I think he's pushed them a little bit too far there.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, Johnny's still holding out. Everything's unfolding behind him, but up front, I say up front, on the start of this battle, Johnny's holding station.
Johnny fighting for his life here. He's absorbing all that pressure like a sponge.
He is, absolutely. Right, Leighton Austin's in the pits. It's a 10-second penalty. So he's going to get that cleared.
He's going to be basically at the back at this point, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll stick with camera 1 for now as this battle continues to unfold. Massive incident in the background. That's Dave Wood. Gets it loose on the exit, hits the wall.
That's going to be a very...
Timothy's on the inside. Sorry to interrupt you again. Oh, dear Lord.
Always happy to interrupt it for those. That's Tirish making the move.
It's Johnny hanging on.
Johnny hanging on again. He's keeping on the faster line.
He is, and Detest fighting with Busek in the background as well. And Busek gets the move done on Trinket. Oh, sorry, Busek gets the move on Trinket, should I say. Yes, correct.
Johnny clearly very happy in this Merc today.
Oh, there's contact!
Oh, not going to be happy with that, though.
Oh, I sent him into the barrier.
Oh, that's a big hit into the barrier. Yeah, he's not going to be a happy boy.
Right,
Johnny.
Let's see what happened there. We didn't quite get the full battle there. Did Johnny lose it and Timish make contact? That's the thing we need to watch out for. What's Timish done? If anything. Has he touched Johnny? He hasn't. Oh, he did!
Yeah.
That looks like a tap.
That's not going to be popular.
Oh no. Johnny's had another moment.
Oh dear. I'm half tempted to leap up to the admin chat and listen in for a couple of seconds.
Oh God, please don't leave me alone. No, I'm joking.
He's
had another moment. Look at that. He's stopping on track.
Yeah.
He's letting cars through. But he's stopped. That's his race over completely.
That Merc is knackered, and that is a horrifying thing to happen because he was on for a brilliant result there. He was defending brilliantly, and his race spin ended through not his own fault there. I'd say at the risk of sounding slightly biased.
Oh, he's round again. Oh no.
You stick your nose in on some corners and it always causes accident. We've seen it several times this race already. People stick their nose in on that corner.
Yeah.
And it just turns another car round.
Yeah. Well,
so you get the point that the standards are high for this series, so there's no excuse for that.
Yeah. Absolutely. We could.
You know the overtake's not going to work with anything other than contact there, so why do it? It's not a touring car.
No, exactly.
They can't take the big hits. They can't take big side to sides.
No, sadly not. As that's Johnny's race now null and void. Meanwhile, Busek is now leading this train. Timic has checked out a little bit by about 3.5 seconds from this midfield battle. And now we have a Busek train.
Matt Wilmot in the chat says the rear end is done.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. It looked like there was contact. I'm not sure if Johnny lost it. And then, oh, we're saying about losing it. Trink had a massive slide down that Porsche. That oNiD branded Porsche back down very sideways for a moment there. Oh, bloody banner.
Top knot, perfect 100% scenery placement, Kudos. Thanks very much.
Car makes a dive. Have they done it? We have to wait and find out.
Yeah.
God damn it. But as we said, we think we saw contact, as I say about incidents. Matty Sack.
3 Porsche, nice sack round in the. Oh dear. The problem with a car with a traction control on it, unless you lower it and quickly get it back up again, you can't spin the car around, so you just have to kind of dawdle your way around to be facing the right way.
Oh, there was contact.
Oh, that's Stevie.
Stevie Bain making contact there in car 18. Hence why we see Matty Sack around facing the wrong way. It just plants the throttle with the nose up against the wall. Not going to do the car any good, but it kind of worked.
But the traction control on it wasn't going to spin round for him.
No, absolutely not. Right. Just under 10 minutes to go.
Yeah, a bit of a damage splitter, but other than that, I think he's okay.
Should we check in with the leader? Because this is interesting.
Yes.
Greg is holding on to Lance Nixon. Yes.
Could we see a very late battle for the lead?
Possible.
Not if Streg keeps running wide on corners, because he'll get a drive through.
Ben Holmes, sorry to interrupt again, yellow flag.
Ben Holmes wanders back on track, keeps it offline.
Oh, would you say that? Just about.
Don't merge into the line when you're still getting up to speed.
He's going to be in the middle of this midfield battle again.
Deary me.
What happened to him now? I think he might have just gone around on his own.
Yeah.
Potentially.
One of the Pulse boys behind him, that'll be Austin, I think.
That'll be Austin.
He's on his own, just broke the traction.
Yeah, just a
bit of a brown trousers moment for Austin there, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
dear God.
That attempt to come back onto the line is
yeah,
not good.
No, not really, bless him, but he does keep it going. Kingston, though, in another Lambo, having a bit of fun trying to catch Jongen for a Dutch endurance team.
I just see a little flash of the lights off Kingston then. That's cheeky.
Cheeky boy. A bit of a tactic there, maybe trying to put off the driver ahead. Naughty, naughty. Shouldn't be doing it.
I'm not sure. I'm not 100% on it, so I'm not going to give him too much stick. He's going to have the draft down into turn 1, but not really an overtaking spot.
No, sadly not.
Unless you're well past the car behind.
Yeah, sad that.
Yep. Backs out of it, gets onto the line again. Going to try for the outside for turn 2.
Can't make that work.
No. Might be able to do it into the fast right-hander. No.
No. Nope.
Next spot is the uphill hairpin. So needs to be a lot closer than he is.
A lot of curve on the inside
He's
there.
rattling over the curves there. Very much unsettled, that Lamborghini.
Yes. It's bouncing. You see it bouncing. Drive through for 89. Track limits. Who's 89?
Busek down in 17th place.
Busek, very good spot. Thank you very much. Drive through for him. And that's going to kick his butt.
Strig into just over 5/10 behind now.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll see him potentially challenge. Let's check in with him. He is closing.
Very close there. That's a lot less than half a second.
Yeah, that is big time.
That just hasn't updated on us yet.
No, not quite yet.
But Dixon knows where to place the car to defend.
Indeed he does. But a part of me thinks, is this Streak pitting earlier than Dixon? And Dixon decided not to take tyres.
Well, could well be. If Dixon hasn't taken tyres and Streak did, then he's potentially in an advantage.
Yeah, absolutely.
15 seconds for car 54, which is Timesh.
Timesh, yeah. Car 54.
That's 20 seconds.
20 seconds, and then 10 seconds for car 18. Who's car 18?
Stevie,
Oh,
down in 22nd place. That will drop him a long way towards the back.
Yeah, absolutely. That is the contact that was shown with Chris Ferris earlier on.
Yeah. This battle's starting to heat up. Streak is keeping on the back.
There's a little bit. Oh, Harkonnen, yellow flag. No, that's Harkonnen. Oh, no, that
getting out of the way. I think he was getting out of the way. He slowed for them to let the leaders through.
Yeah, I stand corrected. Indeed.
Oh, Streak right under the back of Miles there. If he's got fresher tyres, he could do this.
We're about to find out. Is it going to be Dixon or Streak going to the final turn? 5 minutes to go. Who's going to win this round? All still to play for.
Gonna have the draft. Is he not close? Oh, yes, he is. I was about to say he isn't closing up too much, but he's right on the back of him now.
This goes for a bit of a wider line. Try and get the drive through turn 1. Not going to really
get the traction. Gonna sling it up the inside. You've got to be tempted by the dive bomb at this point, haven't you?
Is it going to be a last lap thing?
Go for it.
I say to myself in commentary all the time, second place is an incredible result, but we're not in the cars.
Yeah,
we're
not in the cars. looking at first place very close in front of you. It's like that first place is just there.
Oh, there's so much traffic up ahead as well.
Lots of traffic. That's very wide from Streak. That's dropped him back a bit.
It has, and this traffic's not going to help either of these guys. Or Porsche gets out of the way.
It's a difficult place to come across traffic too. In this twisty second sector.
This is going to hurt Miles if he gets up to this traffic at the next couple of turns. I think he's going to be all right.
And the guys in front are battling. You can't expect them to get out your way just because you're coming through.
Stevie Bain battling away.
He is in a fight.
Car 2, drive through track limits. That's Harkonnen.
These guys have got to be pushing their luck with the track limits.
Stevie Bain getting well out of the way there.
At this point, he does have that 10 seconds hanging over him.
That's also a good point. Dixon was getting caught out by traffic there. 3.5 minutes to go. This is the only real battle on track as it stands.
This will be second to last lap, realistically, won't it? So 2 more to go, really.
Yeah, absolutely. Blue flags up again for Dixon. Is he going to get caught out? We've been quite lucky with traffic, these two drivers.
That Lambo in front is sticking to their line, as they should.
Oh, Lambo goes wide.
Runs it a bit wide, lets them through.
Oh, might have slightly impeded the Audi.
Yeah.
We got through it reasonably okay.
Yeah, they're fine. They're still going through. Through that left-hand kink.
He's pushing.
Driving for everything he's worth. You can see how hard he's pushing that Audi.
Yeah.
Just keeping it inside the track limits there.
Drive through for Stevie Bain track limits. Oh, that's a lot of curb, but that's a lot of grass.
Yeah, that's...
He's using up all of his track limits at this point. A yellow flag for someone. Very briefly, I think we just missed that sadly. There might have been a Harkonnen going slow.
It's a great fight going on.
Oh, he's lost time.
He has lost a massive amount of time on that clatter through the chicane.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. He's not going to be happy with himself there.
Let's see. where they are when they come across the line, because it's what, 1 minute 44?
1 minute 44, 43. Oh, this is car 7.
3, 2.
Ooh.
Yep, so this is probably going to be the last lap. Yes. 5 seconds for car. What's happened there?
777, 10 seconds for Simon Harris.
No, I lost stream for a second. It's
Oh, bless you.
nothing to worry about.
So what's happened there? It's a penalty, mate.
Yeah, no, I think there was a little blip on my feed that made me lose track of it. There we go.
This is, again, the only real battle. Actually, I say that there are battles piece 5th and 6th, and that's brewing quite a lot with Alex Kingston and John Jongan. And I think that's going to be a move for Alex Kingston.
Gotta be a move.
We'll keep an eye on P1 and P2.
Jongan blocking with reasonable aggression there, I'd say. Kingston to the outside.
Ooh,
he's going to try and hang it round. He's going to try and hang it round. Can't do it. Mopes gets the drive off the corner, and a shorter wheelbase on that Lamborghini doesn't aid it in getting the power down.
It doesn't, sadly. The gap between first and second is now 1.6 seconds. I think Strieger's given up with the battle, sadly.
That looks more like he's had a moment there, given how close he was.
Yeah, absolutely, as they all come down into the penultimate corner. Will it be another lap? No, I don't think so.
No, they're not going to get another one in, I don't think.
Only just the checkered. Oh, I don't know. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
2.
Leader on final lap. There's one more lap.
I've got one more to go. That was by the skin of their teeth. Now, hope they've taken enough fuel.
That is now we've got to look out for. Literally gets the final lap of 1 second left on the clock. Martin Reinhardt in the chat. Hi guys, Luke Sherlock, Tricky Track overtaking. Indeed, apologies we haven't been paying attention to chat. We've been highly enticed.
Absolutely enthralled by this battle.
I know, absolutely insane.
This lead battle has faded off a little bit. But tell you what, Kingston and Jongan still battling down in the...
Hearn as well, look at Hearn.
Hearn on for the podium there.
He's going to be fighting with Rooney for it.
He wants that Porsche off, that position off Rooney.
He does. We'll keep an eye on Alex Kingston as well. As battle Aidan Carter and Angel with 11th and 10th. That's the only 3 major battles that are happening as of right now. I think Streg isn't going to be doing enough to catch Dixon, sadly.
He's dropped off the back of him now.
He's resigned himself to the fact that he'll be finishing second.
Takes 113. I'm not sure who that is. Someone just got the drive through, but they're off the front page of the timing.
Yeah,
so it's
Dave Wood down in 28th.
Oh dear.
Well, we will check in with Miles Dixon because we are now for sure certain this is the final lap. So we'll say congratulations to Miles Dixon for Pulse Sport Racing. Amazing victory, commanding, dominating lead.
Lights to flag victory for Miles as he comes through, takes another win in this oNiD Racing Tourenwagen Masters Series.
3rd and 4th still going at it. Rooney looks like to hold off Hearn in the Porsche versus Porsche battle.
Unless he has a moment out of the turn, but I don't think so.
Absolutely, and that is that's Hearn P4, Rooney P3, Jongan and Kingston still going at it as well.
There's some fights to the line here, but I think Jongan's got clear there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gets out onto the curb, cross the line just ahead of Kingston. Great performance from those two.
Yeah, Denny Van Oom in P7, first away Jenklick and Brunix. Carter and Angel still going at it though. This is close, but not close enough for a have a battle, sadly. Carter gets the final P10.
Carter has fought back there.
He has indeed. Congratulations to Carter. And also congratulations to Alex Ames, winner of the AM class in P12.
Consolidating that lead in the AM class.
Absolutely. Lucas Good will be the second place AMS finisher in P13.
Another of the Dutch endurance boys having a great result there.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's congratulations to him. Jan Wacker in the BMW will come across 14th overall, but 12th in class. And in the background, Timotech, even with a penalty, still pushing to try and catch the car up ahead of him, which was Jan Wacker. And yeah, that's everything.
Comes across in 15th. I'm not sure where that will take him. Are you taking down to 16th?
Only down to 16th.
Blimey.
Yeah, very lucky boy indeed. Can we breathe yet? I think we can just about breathe.
Well, that was a bit of a race, wasn't it?
That was. That was incredible. to be perfectly honest with you, that was action up and down the grid continuously throughout that race, and that's what we love to see. And yeah, it was commiserations for some drivers, but again, just pulsing sport and Miles Dixon on top again.
Absolutely great racing.
Absolutely incredible stuff. Right, we are in the admin chat, so we can't drag anyone into the interview, which is very annoying.
No. But they all run away before we can anyway,
yeah,
so
they've all run away thinking, we're not going to do it, we're not going to be a guinea pig. But it's been a very interesting night, and wow, it was said just up and down the field, continuous battle, commiserations for some, and yeah, just.
I think this might have been one of my favourite races so far.
I think I'm going to agree with you on that one. That was
great action.
Yeah, just absolutely incredible.
Let's have a quick look at SimRacing. I think we have the Nürburgring next week. That's our last of the season?
It is the last round of the season. Nürburgring. We finish it off at the German track for the Tourenwagen series. Yeah, still all to play for in the rounds, I believe.
It won't put the results up yet, will it? So let's have a look. Yeah, I think there's still plenty to fight for in terms of positions all up and down the various grids.
Indeed. Well, same time, same place next week, folks. And me and Ben will be bringing you the final round of the Tourenwagen Championship. Next stream will be, I believe, the AM series on Thursday? Yes, because I'm having to stream it with Johnny. So, sadly says it'll be me and Johnny on Thursday night for the AM stream, the AM race here on oNiD Racing Community. Big one for this weekend though, Saturday, 6 hours Valencia. Tune in from around 1:30 on YouTube. Ben, you're going to be commentating in that for a little while. You looking forward to it?
I'm doing commentating. I'm doing stewarding. I'm basically doing everything in that in that race. I'm taking part, sticking my nose in wherever I can. Really,
the jack of all trades. Let's see what you'll have. Mr. Paul Hiker himself, Stevie Bain, Trinket the Task, Dominic Barut, and Ben also jumping in for a little bit as well. That's Saturday afternoon and evening sorted for your entertainment, and then Sunday you're back at it with the Multi-Class World Championship. That's everything for this week, but we'll speak again to our wonderful internet viewers and all those people out on the interwebs on Thursday night for the oNiD Amateur Series. Until then, guys, this is Aidan signing off. Ben, any final words before we leave stream?
Just that we're looking forward to plenty of more great racing throughout the next couple of weeks, and it's always fun to be taking part in this.
Couldn't have said it itself. I've said it better myself. Guys, take care. Look out for another. Stay safe. As always, happy racing.